The Sith Troopers are storming Comic-Con, but what secrets do they hold for the future of Star Wars? The San Diego Convention Center finally opened its doors for Comic-Con to thousands upon thousands of fangirls and fanboys for a 5-day weekend full of nerd-fueled merriment and geeky good cheer. From SpongeBob to Steven Universe to Samurai Superman, the main floor of the convention hall is so packed full of cool stuff, you probably won't have time to see it all. But the one thing that you could not miss, even if you tried besides the 4.5 billion Funko Pops, are these Sith Troopers. The Red Boys are here, and they're painting Comic-Con, well, red, possibly with the blood of Jedi younglings. The Sith Troopers, the mysterious new faction of stormtroopers that'll debut in Star Wars The Rise of Skywalker this December, have a huge presence at the convention this year. There's Sith Trooper action figures, Sith Trooper Lego displays, Sith Trooper t-shirts, Sith Trooper pins, actual Sith Troopers, and of course Sith Trooper Funko Pops, because as Einstein's fifth law of thermodynamics states, all matter within time eventually becomes a Funko Pop. It's just a fact. With so much fanfare, it's pretty obvious that these numerous rude red dudes are going to play a major role in the final chapter of the Skywalker saga. But what is that role exactly? Well, we're going to break down everything we found out here at Comic-Con, as well as a few things that we probably shouldn't have found out. Blame those Bothan spies. So, what's Lucasfilm telling us so far? Well, aside from a quote from J.J. Abrams saying how much he loves the aesthetics, they aren't revealing much. In fact, they're actively revoking some info that they already did reveal. When the floor opened on Wednesday night, there was a placard next to the main Sith Trooper display at the Star Wars booth that read, "In its ultimate push towards galactic conquest, the First Order readies an army of elite soldiers that draws inspiration and power from a dark and ancient legacy." But by the end of the night, that description had been pulled, but not before some sneaky Redditors put up some blurry screenshots. That original text being removed means the placard probably revealed more than the folks at Disney and Lucasfilm wanted them to. But that's just too bad, because we came to Comic-Con for the scoops, and once you scooped out some tasty Red Boy tidbits, well, you can't unscoop them. That's just also science. Ask Kyle Hill about that. So what does this all mean? What theories can we start forming about the Sith Troopers based on all the info that we have about them right now? Let's start breaking it down. From the looks of it, the Sith Troopers are pulling inspiration from several different pre-existing factions of the Empire and First Order armies. Their most eye-catching trait, that blood-red paint job, is reminiscent of the Emperor's Imperial Guards and Snoke's Praetorian Guards, both of whom were the most loyal of loyal to their respective evil empires. But the actual design of their armor feels a little more commonplace, drawing on elements of both the clone troopers from the original prequel trilogy and the First Order stormtroopers from episodes 7 and 8. And of course, taking that revoked quote into consideration adds some interesting wrinkles into the mix. Drawing inspiration and power from a dark and ancient legacy obviously refers to the Sith, hence the name Sith Trooper. So does that mean these troopers will actually be imbued with the power of the Sith, complete with Force lightning and Force choking abilities, or will they just be finding evil inspiration from those sinister forefathers of galactic genocide? Well, one theory is that the Sith Troopers could just be a hybrid of all of Kylo Ren's geeky Sith passions. We know how hard he looks up to his old granddaddy Vader, and now that he's in charge of the First Order, we could totally see him creating a special guard that mashes up a bunch of the old stuff that he knew about the Sith. He may not be a Sith himself, and he may never actually truly be a Sith, but with all of his talk about letting the old ways die, maybe he's blazing his own path, striving to become what Vader once was, but doing it in his own way. He's his own granddad now. We've also been hearing rumors for a while that Kylo's amassing his own legions of troopers and other armies, so perhaps Sith Troopers would fall under this umbrella. There's also rumors that we'll see a stormtrooper uprising in The Rise of Skywalker, which makes sense, considering a lot of them might not be super cool with the way that Kylo just kind of sliced up Snokey Boy without asking anyone's permission. If that's the case, then the Sith Troopers could maybe be his super loyal right-hand troopers who are tasked with stopping the rebellion dead in its tracks. But another even wilder theory is that the Sith Troopers are somehow tied to the Emperor, whose laugh we heard in the first trailer, suggesting that he's still around in one way or another. I'm hoping he's the laugh track. But for more on how the Emperor could return, check out our previous episodes of Nerdist News. So could these be troops that he's been amassing since the end of Return of the Jedi, lying in wait for the perfect chance to strike back? With the First Order in such turmoil, it does feel like this would be a good opportunity for him to reclaim his role as the galaxy's big bad, or maybe even influence Kylo and recruit him as a new apprentice from the Great Beyond. Rumors have been swirling about a potential threat from the Beyond for Kylo to face in The Rise of Skywalker, so could the Emperor and these Sith Troopers maybe be that threat? Only time will tell. Now, all of this is just speculation, of course, folks, all we know for sure about those Red Boys at this point is that they're red, J.J. Abrams loves them, and we're probably going to see a lot more of them before Comic-Con ends. And after that, well, we'll just have to wait until The Rise of Skywalker comes out this December. But what do you think? Do you have your own theories about what these Sith Troopers could possibly be? Would you be cool with the return of a clone army? And do you like that we keep calling them Red Boys? Because I love that we keep calling them Red Boys. Red Boys. Let's discuss. Thank you so much for watching. If you like what you saw, why not give us a like and subscribe? If you want to get notified every time we go live with a show or drop a new video, feel free to mash that little bell so you can be up to date on all the latest theories, news, and rumors in the pop culture world. Until next time, Red Boys.